Hey everyone, welcome to another process video. I'm Jenny. Today I am working with a collection from Heidi Swapp. So I have a few pieces of paper already pulled out and I'm just going to show you the paper pad. It hasn't got a name on it, so I'm not sure what collection it's from, but I think it's one of her newer collections. And I really liked the patterns on this, or the colours I should say, and the tones. They really looked like, sort of wintry autumn papers to me, and we are changing seasons here, so we are coming into the colder weather now. So I thought that this was a really nice booklet to use, and it really worked well with masculine photos as well. So I have just grabbed a few bits and pieces to the left you can see on my plate from various collections. I've got a Project Life gold card there underneath the photo that I want to use, and that Always Look on the Bright Side is a Project Life card as well. The little tag is left from a Chamel collection, and all the other little bits and pieces I'm not sure. I think that they were from a Heidi Swapp collection as well, but I actually did this layout about 2 to 3 months ago maybe even, and I totally forgot all about it, and I was cleaning up my computer and found this video that hadn't been edited or voiceover added yet, so I'm just doing that now. So I'm not sure exactly what collection they're from because it's too far away to remember, but I think that it was a Heidi Swapp. So all I'm doing, I know that I want to use that pink striped paper straight across the middle. Oh, it's like a purple, because my son's got a deep dark sort of purple t-shirt on and navy, so that matched really well. And at this stage I'm just trying to work out some layering. So I don't want to waste all the paper and have big chunks of paper underneath this big striped piece. So I'm just trying to work out where I want to add some stripes, and for me it's just a matter of visually seeing what I like and what I don't like, placing things down and pulling them up and trying something else if it doesn't work, and then I commit to sticking it all down. So this is one of those layouts that are working wonderfully, and I decide to add one element and whoopsies, it's taken a turn for the worse. So you will see when I add my ink that it took a turn for the worse, but I'm not going to throw it in the bin. I'm not going to give up. I don't give up very easily. So I keep persevering, and in the end, look, it's a layout. It is finished. It's not terrible. It's not fantastic, but I am happy to keep it. So sometimes, things happen on our layouts that we least expect, and we just got to go with it and either be ready to throw the whole thing in the bin and start again, or just embrace what could be a failure and turn it around and make it work. So you will see that anyway. So I will get back to the layout. So I've got my strips happening, so just deciding to stick them all down and trim some up, make them a little bit thinner. So I've got this piece here that I've just stuck down, repeated at a few different levels on the page. So I've got it at the top and at the bottom and on top of that striped piece of paper as well. And I have the striped piece of paper placed on the page on the lower end of the page. So I didn't want it to be smack bang in the middle. I actually wanted it to be uneven, so I didn't want it to be central, so I've lowered it to the bottom third of the page a little bit more. So here I go, just trying to work out where I'm going to put these little elements that I've pulled to the side, and I'm pretty sure that smack bang there is good enough, so I just start sticking them down. And I found this little tape runner in my stash. Don't know where I got it from or how many years I've had it, so I just decided that I would use that, and it doesn't stick very well, so you do see me go back in later and add a little bit more stickiness. So I've got some little wood chevron pieces there from Pink Fresh Studios. That's a bit of a mouthful, which I absolutely love. So they're quite dimensional, and they've got like a puffy sticker inside of the chevron piece, and they are just really cute. So I've just pulled the grey colour out, so they have lots of different colours in this pack, and just adding it to the arrow there, adding my little circle elements around the page, my little love hearts, and I add some enamel dots as well. Not sure if I do that on screen or whether I do that at the end. So I noticed that at the end of the layout, of the end of the process video, I do notice that I've added a few things that I didn't before. But here's my mistake. Okay, so I've grabbed this ink, and it's Hydrus Fine Art watercolor ink, so Dr. Phil Martin's. But when I put it on, it just blobbed. And you can't tell there on the video, but it just stayed in like cottage cheese blobs. It was disgusting. So I'm not sure whether I didn't think that perhaps, you know, they have a shelf life and they start to go off, but I don't know. So I decided, okay, that looks disgusting, and what am I going to do with it? So, you know, I will just squirt it with water. So I decided that I'm just going to squirt my page with water, let it run however it likes to run. Okay, so maybe I could have stopped there, but I decided, oh, maybe I'll get the plastic packaging and I will spread the ink a little bit. Well, yeah, I didn't like that. Look at that bottom one. It looks like a massacre. It doesn't look very nice on the page. I should have just left it as is, let it dry. It would have been a bit blobby, but you know, we're working with it. So I've decided that, look, the page buckled with adding that water, so I need to give it a little bit more stability. So I'm just adding a little piece of white cardstock to the back, just to help stretch out the crumpled paper a little bit and give it a little bit more stability, because the pieces of paper in that paper pad are not thick anyway. And so after adding the water, that sticky tape that I told you, that tape runner that wasn't really sticky, you know, didn't hold very well. So I'm just going through and adding a little bit more stronger double-sided tape around to keep it all together. And now I decide that I need to brighten it up. It's looking a little bit dark, and so I add this Dr. Phil Martin's pen white ink, but it's really, really, really thick, almost like toothpaste. And so I just pop it in a little paint palette there and squirt it with a little bit of water and mix it with my paintbrush and flick it all over my page. Just tip it straight out and just get some of that white onto the page and sort of just try to force that pink or purple ink to go into the background a little bit more. So then I'm quite happy with that. So just hitting it with the heat gun to dry it off, because it is very thick. So just wanting to make sure that I actually do get it completely dried. And what am I doing? Adding some black ink as well, because, you know, I love my black ink splatters. So adding them to the page as well. And I'm finished. So there are some close-ups, and the extra things that I added were the enamel dots, some gold photo corners as well, and I think that was about it. So thank you for joining me today, and I appreciate you stopping by and spending your time with me, and I will see you next time. Have a beautiful day. Bye.